guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, The School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. It is Monday, we are back again after starting back up last week. Before I start, I always forget to do this, but if you do like the video, please just drop a like. It does help the channel out massively. If you're not subscribed, do hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date with all of our upcoming and relevant content, I guess. So, I'm going to jump on to the battle spot. Now, on Friday last week, I did say that we're going to continue playing this Alolan Ninetales team, but with the release of the Sun and Moon starters and their hidden abilities, I thought, why not jump on the hype train? We've got a week to kind of fill. We could play the Ninetales team again, but why not give Intimidate Incineroar a little run out? So I've put this team together. I haven't really had any games with it, so it'll be interesting to see how we kind of get on with it today, but it seems pretty solid. I mean, we've got the combinations there. We've got a nice Firewater Grass Call with the Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Kartana. We've got that nice combination between Landorus, Zapdos. It gives us a speed control, extra Intimidate, so we can really cycle those Intimidates. And then we've introduced Mega Gardevoir as well. So we've also got double fairies on the team. You know, that's always helpful, I guess, against things like Komodo and stuff like that. So let's see how we get on today. Obviously, we've got to pick our music, make sure that we've got a decent tune picked. Where are we going? There we go. Of course, my two. Also, guys, thank you so much for all the suggestions and comments that we had on the videos last week. I'm still trying to catch up with all the comments, and if I haven't got back to any of them, it's not from want of trying. I've just been tied up doing other things, so don't think I'm ignoring your comments or anything. Please keep them coming. Let me know your thoughts on the episodes, the teams, and suggestions for teams going into next week, because that's when we'll really be kicking off everything. We've had some really great suggestions so far, but do keep them coming in. But on to today's match, this first one of the day, we're running up against Alolan Ninetales, funny enough. So Alolan Ninetales, which is probably Mega Salamence, Glaceon, Vanillux, Tapu Koko, and Stakataka. So how are we going to approach this? We don't have any weather ever on to kind of combat the weather that will be coming at us, but we do have Incineroar that works well against them, and we do have do I want to bring Gardevoir? I mean, Gardevoir Incineroar as a lead here is super good. We have Taunt on our Incineroar as well. It can kind of help us shut down potential Trick Room from that Stakataka. What else? The rest of the team doesn't like ice too much. But Intimidate might be really nice for the Salamence in particular, and the Stakataka. And Landorus does a decent job against Tapu Koko as well, if that makes an appearance. So we'll lead off with the Incineroar and Gardevoir and see how we get on to start with. So should be fun. How are your weekends as well, guys? I went for dinner with a vicar last night because I'm getting married in May, so we had a pre-marriage dinner thing where we went around with all these other couples that are getting married and had dinner. It was cool. It was nice. There was like super nice people as well. So that was my Saturday evening. As exciting as it does sound, but let me know what you guys are up to. I'd love to hear if you got up to anything interesting. If you're out playing tournaments, obviously we've got the big Prague special event this weekend coming up, so that'll be really a lot of fun. So if you were at tournaments, let me know what you were up to, how you got on, etc. So here we've got Alolan Ninetales, we've got Vanillux. The fake out onto the Alolan Ninetales is super obvious, so I kind of want to go for fake out onto the Vanillux here. And we could just set up a Trick Room. Although by doing that, we kind of risk the Stakataka kind of making an appearance, which wouldn't be ideal. So I might just go Hyper Voice. We kind of hope that the Alolan Ninetales protects here. But even if not, like out of the two that are in front of us, the Vanillux and the Alolan Ninetales, the Vanillux is the more threatening one. Okay, so a shit called Alolan Ninetales. Let's hope that doesn't hit. It it doesn't make contact, which is good, but it's something we have to be aware of. Okay, so Hyper Voice will nail the Ninetales. I'm just gonna go Flare Blitz, Hyper Voice again. We just gotta keep our fingers crossed that these sheer colds don't contact. So yeah, no contact. And we do get another Hyper Voice off. It takes the Ninetales down. And what is this Vanillux gonna do? Sheer cold as well, and it actually connects. Oh my god. Okay. Right. So we lose Incineroar, which isn't ideal at all. But knowing that we're faster than that Vanillux, we're quite safe to bring in our Landorus here. So Tapu Koko gonna come in. I mean, what we could potentially do here is switch Lando out straight away, just change the terrain to Finny, because there's no way the Koko goes for a T-Bolt into the Landorus slot. You highly doubt it. And if it's got the Gigavolt, it might go for it into the Gardevoir. So we want to try and just change the terrain, take away that electric type boost, and get a Hyper Voice off, which should, well, it will if we get it off, pick up the KO onto the Vanillux and do a good chunk to Tapu Koko as well. And then once this ice threat's out the way, then Landorus has a much easier time, so we'll just keep it in the back for a minute or two and see how we get on this next turn. So we get Finny in, get the Misty terrain up and get rid of that electric terrain. There's an Ice Shot, so again, probably another reason to switch out, and a Dazzling Gleam coming out from the Koko, which both Pokemon take quite comfortably. Get the Hyper Voice off, and yeah, do a huge chunk to Tapu Koko. Now, what is my opponent's last Pokemon? Is it that Stacker Attacker? Because the problem is now, if it is, yeah, it is the Stacker Attacker. Okay. So I'm going to switch Finny out into Lando, and I'm going to just Hyper Voice. We'll probably lose Gardevoir, I'd imagine, to the Stack Attacker, but if we can get Intimidate onto the Stack Attacker, it's going to be nice. At least preserve Finny until the Koko's gone down. And then see if we can kind of close this up. The other thing that's kind of crossing my mind now is Wide Guard, which I'm hoping we don't see come out from the Stack Attacker, because that wouldn't be ideal at all. And there it is, there's the Wide Guard. Okay. There's another Dazzling Gleam from the Koko. Okay, what we could do is go for a U-turn into the Koko so we can kind of cycle those Intimidates a bit more. And just protect Gardevoir. But this does give my opponent the opportunity to set up a Trick Room with the Stack Attacker if they want. But you kind of would think they want to either go for a Wide Guard or maybe... Okay, so no Wide Guard this turn. Just another Dazzling Gleam coming out, which is fine. But it's if we see the Trick Room now, which isn't amazing. So we'll bring in Finny, and at least we've got the Landorus in the back to kind of cycle the Intimidate once more into the Stack Attacker. We'll see what it goes for. Gyro Ball. It's into the Finny though. Okay. Well, that's not the worst situation in the world. And the hail does stop, so we're not in the worst of situations. Although the Wide Guard is proving a bit of a nuisance. So we'll go Muddy Water, and then we'll switch in Landorus, get the Intimidate onto that stack attacker again. See what it goes for. The thing is, if it goes for Wide Guard now, it just means that he's not attacking us, so it would give us a free switch into the Landorus, but I doubt he would go for that. Maybe it might see Trick Room come out. Okay. So Muddy Water being Muddy Water, missing. We'll go for it once more, and we've got Superpower and Landorus, so that should do the job. We don't need to worry about Wide Guard or anything else, because this should pick up the KO. Alright, okay. And just hangs on. But I mean, as long as Muddy Water hits here, he says, and it does. Okay. There we go. Wow. That was a super interesting team. Like, really unconventional. With like double sheer cold to start with. And I guess it's one of those things, like for a best of 3 format, which the ladder is, you know, it's not bad, because if you can get a few of those off, at least, you know, at least one of them's probably going to hit. Like, so, and if that one is removing one of the biggest threats to your team, like the Incineroar was, then it does make it difficult for your opponent to kind of build any momentum from there. But we managed to do alright from the position we're in. I think Gardevoir put in a lot of work that game with just the spamming of hyper voices early on, just kind of put a lot of damage down on the board that helped us out in the end game, really. But yes, interesting team. So if you are on the battle spot and you come across that sort of build, you know what to expect from now on. But we've got Matt as our next opponent from Italy, 1500 rating, running a team, QR code team of Celesteela, Charizard, Persian, Superior, Suicune, and Tapu Koko. This looks like my very good friend Jamie Boyts' team. I didn't realise he put a QR code team up of his team that he won the Malmo regional with, but it may not be. Maybe just someone else has read the report, which I will link in the description below, along with Jamie's YouTube report that he's done as well. He did one on Trainer Tower, and then he's done one on his YouTube channel of the team, so I'll link those in the description below for you to go and check out, because the team is awesome, and you guys know Jamie is a great guy. So this is going to be tricky. Okay, so what do we want to do? We're definitely going to need Incineroar. Gardevoir's not bad, but it's not brilliant either. We definitely need Zapdos and maybe Landorus is our last one, or maybe like Finny's not really great here. Like Finny does work against the Persian and to a certain extent the Charizard X, which you've got to kind of suspect it would be, but other than that, it's not doing a great deal. If we can get a Trick Room maybe set up with Gardevoir, that puts us in a nice position, because this team relies heavily on Tailwind. And it's not got too many slow Pokemon in there. You've got the Celesteela, but other than that, you haven't got too much. And with Incineroar and with Zapdos as well, it gives us enough firepower to kind of break through the Celesteela's defenses. But we'll see how we get on. So we've got Persian, Charizard as a lead, my opponent, and we'll lead off with Incineroar and Gardevoir. You've got to feel like here we just trade fake outs. I'm just going to fake out into the Charizard and just go for it. I'm going to Mega Evolve in Hyper Voice. Should I Mega Evolve and Trick Room? That's probably the better play, Mega Evolve and Trick Room. Because if he fakes out the Incineroar, and it means he could potentially get a free Dragon Dance off, which is something we kind of don't want him to do. So at least if that happens, then we kind of punish that play. And Tapu Koko coming in, so okay, let's see where the Persian's going to be targeting down with this fake out. There's a fake out. Into the Gardevoir, stopping that Trick Room, which is fine. Okay. So I think what I'll do, like in normal situations, I would say we should take a Gigavolt Havoc from the Coco, but we know this Coco's got Wild Charge as well. But we could switch Incineroar out to Landorus, and then get the Trick Room up that way, because we should take a T-Bolt Gigavolt. And -1 Wild Charge Gigavolt we should take. So I'm not really too sure on this calc, so we'll have to see, but I'm pretty confident that we would take it if that's what my opponent decides to go for, which it is. So it may even go into the Incineroar though. See, okay, so that works out way better for us. It's into the Landorus, so we completely waste that Z move. My opponent kind of doubling up into that slot to not get that whole turn without anything going on. Okay. I think I'm going to U-turn the Persian, and I'm just going to start spamming Hyper Voices, because if Celesteela's in the back, it's likely it comes in now. It's not the Celesteela, it's a Charizard, so my opponent might not have brought it. Unless it appears now. Celesteela, there we go. Okay. It does activate that Electric Seed, get the boost in defense. We do get a Hyper Voice off, which does it's alright damage, it's not amazing damage. But at least we get a free U-turn into the Charizard, and we can bring in Incineroar now. We get that nice Intimidate ability, and it's kind of showing how good that is now, because in most situations before we had this released, you know, you'd be in a situation, you'd be thinking, got to get the Landorus in now to get the Intimidate off onto both these targets. But with that Incineroar ability now, it's so good. So we can just fake out the Celesteela. It's pretty obvious, but I don't feel like we need to kind of push anything too hard and make any big calls here. We just fake out the Celesteela, get a bit more damage onto it, and Hyper Voice as well at the same time. The thing is, if the Charizard does Mega Evolve, it turns the Hyper Voice neutral, so it's going to take a lot more damage Mega Evolving. Yeah, so you can see my opponent just wanting to try and stall out the Trick Room turns, I guess. So we do get the fake out into Celesteela. Gonna get a tiny bit more chip damage onto it with our Gardevoir. Okay, so let's go for a Flare Blitz into the Celesteela, and is there anything wrong with switching? Like, how many turns of Trick Room do we have left? We have 2. Okay. I'm going to switch in Landorus just to get another Intimidate onto this Charizard, because it may go for a Flare Blitz. May do, may not as well. So Celesteela just protecting here. Charizard's still not Mega Evolving. Charizard going for that Dragon Dance. Okay. I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz, and I'm going to go a U-turn into the Celesteela. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we're going to see Persian come in. And Charizard just protect. So I wouldn't have thought this will take the Persian down. No. But we do get a burn, which is pretty huge for those foul plays coming out in future. So that's pretty lucky, but I mean, on the U-turn, do nice damage. But this again, it's just giving us that access to having that Intimidate in the back once again. But we've got to be aware of Fake Out coming out from the Persian here. And the dimensions do turn back to normal. Could potentially taunt the Charizard. That's not a bad play, because then we stop its Dragon Dancing and we stop it being able to protect. We can get the Landorus in again for the Gardevoir. So you've got to imagine the Fake Out would come on to the Gardevoir this turn to stop another Trick Room. And then the Charizard is Mega Evolving now. Okay, there's a Fake Out into the Gardevoir slot. Another Dragon Dance. Okay. So what's the Charizard on? Still -1 attack. I wonder if we use... Let's go for a Flare Blitz into the Charizard and we use Zapdos as fodder at the moment. And then we can cycle the Landorus back in once again to put the Charizard back to -2. And the Persian at the moment isn't causing any problems, so we don't really care about that. We can just let that sit there and just go down to the burn. So there's the Flare Blitz. And the recall here is what's really what we're kind of after. So Icy Wind coming out. And we'll get Flare Blitz back. It's not going to do very much though. But every little helps, like they say. Yeah, let's just keep with the Flare Blitz and we could go Z into the Charizard. I don't suspect we'll get the Z move off with Zapdos. Yeah, we're just going to see another Flare Blitz. It's going to be into the Zapdos again. Yeah. But this is alright. And Parting Shot coming out. Okay. So the Persian going to keep itself going. So my opponent brings in the Coco. Gonna get that electric terrain back up. A bit more chip onto that Charizard, doing absolutely nothing though. Okay. So let's bring in the Landorus now. We'll get that Intimidate onto the Charizard again. What I think I'm going to do is switch out the Incineroar into Gardevoir. So we reset the drops that we've had from that Parting Shot. And we've got the Fake Out to bring back in again with the Intimidate. So we'll just go for a Rock Slide here. I'm hoping that we can take a Flare Blitz. Dazzle. I don't know if we can now from this range. It's going to be really close. But if not, it's going to be fine, because if the Landorus goes down here, it means we get to bring in Incineroar the following turn. Go for a Fake Out Trick Room, and then we kind of close the game up. Okay, crit. The Charizard does go down. Dazzling Gleam. But we take that. And then comes the Persian. Kind of have to protect the Gardevoir here, and I think I'm just going to go Flare Blitz into Coco to get some damage off onto it. The Persian really has to fake out the Gardevoir here because of the Trick Room again. I would think that's what it would do. So Coco just going to protect. What's this Persian going for? Fake out. Okay. Persian goes down, but we've got to remember that there is the Celesteela still kicking around in the back. But surely, because it's not got the boost anymore, it's in Flare Blitz range. It's got to be. So let's see. Let's go for that Hyper Voice. Do we take the Wild Charge? Yeah, we take that easy with Incineroar. I think you would have been better off maybe going into the Gardevoir slot. So we take down the Coco, which is perfect. And let's see if... Okay, so Acrobatics coming out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? This game is just cruel. I mean, what else do we go for here? We've got no hope now. Yeah, and Heavy Slam going to come out, finish up. Okay. I mean, there's nothing to say to that. There's nothing to say. Good game to my opponent. I mean, we didn't do too much wrong there, and we got into a position where we should have really closed it out, and then, yeah, see what happens. Well, I think on that note, I'm going to wrap things up. So, thank you as always, guys, for tuning in and watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I hope it's been a lot of fun. Let me know your comments, thoughts, and keep those suggestions coming in for teams that we'll be playing next week. I do really want to hear your opinions on those. That crit was brutal. Oh, nothing we can do about it. You just got to kind of brush it off and move on. So the schedule as we are coming into this week will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the YouTube. We're going to do a stream on Thursday evening as we did last week, 8 PM UK time. And then next week is when we kind of kick stuff off properly. So we'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the YouTube channel, School of Hard Knocks stuff. And then on a Tuesday and a Thursday evening, we'll start doing a stream on those 2 evenings. So it should be a lot of fun. This Thursday we're just going to be playing some Battle Spot again. It was a lot of fun last week. Thanks so much to everyone that came by. It was great, and we'll probably do that again this Thursday with me travelling to Prague this Thursday for the special event over there. And then on the Tuesday following that, we'll probably do viewer battles, which will be a lot of fun. Or I'll either play my Prague team on the channel on the stream, and then we'll do VO battles on the Thursday, either or. But let me know your opinions, let me know. I'm going to cut this off now because we are just on that 30-minute mark, which is more than enough. But thank you as always, guys. We'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of School of Hard Knocks, so I will see you all then. Have a great evening, afternoon, night, morning, whatever time of day it is, and I'll catch up with you guys later. So until then, see you later, guys. Stay safe, as always. Bye-bye!